Okay. All right. Let's get it. Ooh. We'll give it some time. Of course, when I drive, as you know, guys, I'm not going to look at the screen and read the comments. So just have to wait till I get to the destination. And that'll be that. It is cold today, man. It is, well, when I got up to go to my appointment, it was like 15 degrees. Really cold. I'm noticing it's affecting my sleep lately. That's for sure. But, you know, we're closer to spring, so that's a plus, right, guys? We're closer to spring. We're closer to spring. We are closer to spring. Welcome to the live, everybody. How y'all doing? Tap that like button if you're vibing with the channel. Of course, I'm not going to read the comments as I'm driving, but when I get to the stoplights and destination, I'll, you know, obviously read the comments. So, welcome everybody. How y'all doing, man? Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're vibing with us. I'll turn the camera around for y'all. And, yeah, it's a cold, wintry day. It's 20 degrees out, so it's cold. It's cold. Best believe that. I'll be at the park in a few minutes, so you know. How y'all doing? Welcome to the live. Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. We're gonna just have a conversation. I'll be at the park in a few minutes. I haven't been to the park in a while, man. Actually, like a couple minutes. Hey, what's going on, Seymour Reds? Tap that like button, subscribe to the channel, brother. How you doing? Where are you at? Is it cold? Because we're getting winter 15 degrees, actually 19 degrees. It's cold. And I could definitely, I'm not really like a person that likes the cold, like when I sleep, you know, and I've been definitely noticing it's been affecting my sleep. Ghost, what's going on? How you doing? You're not here? What do you mean you're not here? I'm quite confused about that. As you can see, it's like a very wintry day. I'll be at the park in any minute, so just bear with me and I'll read the comments back. Just tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. I was confusing Ghost with, there was someone that used to come into the live called Ghostface. I think his name was Ghostface. So I think I got confused with, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I recognize you. And then lo and behold, it's an individual. I think their YouTube handle was like Ghostface or something. So yeah, I think I got it confused for a moment. But yeah, we're about to get to the park. I know I'm going live early. Usually it's a bit later, but you know, I got a couple things to take care of, and I figured I'd pull up at the park for a few moments, get some water vibes, some nature vibes, and then we'll head back. But I'll flip the camera at the park here so you guys can see, because we're here. This is where I come to a lot of times to get peace. I mean, peace comes within, but you know, it's still nice to you know, get some nice, beautiful nature in. They cut down all the, it looks like they cut everything down over here, man. Haven't been here in a while, man. Wow. But this is where I rock. I've thrived in the cold, and that was wondering what you're doing. Do you drive a truck or are you just chilling out? No, I'm just chilling out, Kevin. No, I definitely don't drive a truck. Oh, so you thrive in the cold? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I've been getting more adapt to it, but I definitely see, the thing is, like, it's been so erratic, man. It hasn't been like steady. It's been like, I mean, yesterday I was sitting outside in the middle of the day and it was warm. I could feel the sun. You know, so it's like we keep shifting. Hey Phoenix, what's going on? How you faring the cold? Coming in to say good morning and happy Thursday. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you have a great day too. We're hitting 19 degrees right now. I feel like I had a rough night sleeping last night with the cold temperatures, because I haven't really adjusted to it. I mean, it's like our bodies aren't even getting a chance to adjust. It's going to start warming up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some people like Kevin, he's on the stream. He said like he thrives in the cold, you know? High of 12 degrees. Damn. So you're right around where I'm at. I'm at 19 degrees. So, oh, you're going to have a high of 12. I would venture to say we had like a high of 20 something degrees yesterday. And I could feel the warm sun when I was sitting outside, which was really, really nice. But I feel like it's so erratic right now that we're not really getting a chance to like adjust to it, you know, so to speak, our bodies. And I got kind of a headache from the cold, like the nighttime. Yeah, yesterday we didn't go over 20. Yeah, I think probably, yeah, it could have been that for us too. Where are you located, Lil999? Everybody has a positive day. Got to get my son up here in a minute for school. You too, man. You too, Phoenix. I always like jumping on your lives and If anybody gets the opportunity, go over to Phoenix Princess and subscribe to her channel. She's a rad badass. And definitely she goes live. So, oh, Maryland, I'm in North Carolina. So, yeah, you got to be much colder than North Carolina. But it's still damn near cold. It's 19 degrees, man. I mean, it's like, you know, ain't no joke. But here's the positive note to it. All right, guys, here's the positive note. We're almost in spring. January's over next week, just about. So you can honestly say that we're literally almost in spring. I mean, yeah, we got probably like February and March will be cold months, and then April will be probably spring. Hey, Mark. Hi everyone in the chat coming from Great Britain. Oh wow, welcome from Great Britain, man. Tap that like button and subscribe to the channel, Mark. Appreciate you, man. Sade, what's going on? 20 degrees in Louisiana. Wow, yeah, it's 19 here in North Carolina, so we're all pretty much feeling it, I have to say. It's been a weird winter. I'm from Ohio. What's your temperatures, Daren? Oh wow, so your name is Daren as well. But you spell it D-A-R-O-N. I've never seen anybody spell it that way. Mine's D-A-R-E-N. Seen all the show we got in Louisiana. Seen all the show. Oh, the snow we got in. Yeah, I did. I saw somebody on YouTube doing a YouTube live, man. You guys like got a blizzard. And hell, North Florida got snow. Record breaking, hasn't got like this since 1970. Yeah, I'm saying, man, things ain't the same no more. Thank you appreciate the comments about the beard. Star Fox, man, keep it kind, man. Quit spamming the chat with derogatory words, man. Yeah, I mean, North Florida got snow, and it was like iced up and snowed up and everything. The Panhandle. I saw somebody on YouTube, be respectful, man. That's all I'm saying. The spell of my name is odd, but it is a family spell. Very odd. Come from Ireland. Wow, man. Yeah, never seen anybody spell it with D-A-R-O-N. That's the first I've seen. I've seen D-A-R-I-N. Mine's D-A-R-E-N, and I've seen D-A-R-R-E-N. Yeah, like and subscribe, like Sade said, man. Appreciate you all. Man, grateful to be going back to work today. Oh, yeah? Oh, so like you weren't going to work due to like the snow? Piper's Kitty, what's going on? Yo, 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 how you doing, friend? I just spoke to Truthwave, Victor, and I'm gonna have to message you. Like, when are you usually available? Where we can meet on Zoom, like you, me, and Victor from Truthwave. When is like a good time of the day or good days? Like, we could maybe plan something for next week and go on Zoom and then have a chat, and then we'll arrange like when we're gonna go live together and do like a panel all week. Locked in the house, road closed and everything. Wow, man. Damn. Yeah, you guys got it, man. We got snow, but it melted enough to like where you could literally drive the next day. Like the roads, they salted the roads enough, which was interesting because, to be honest, usually in North Carolina, man, they don't. I mean, and we haven't had snow in like 4 years or 5 years. And now look at it. The sun's about to come out. It's 19 degrees. We got the lake view, gorgeous lake view. I'm just waiting for those warm temps, man. Your boy right here likes the tropical temps, you know? All week locked. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I send you a lot of love, brother. Getting ready to head out to work. My schedule switches every day, but Saturday, Sundays I'm off. But I can take an hour break whenever my Mondays are tough. I'm at the veterans home all day treating. Okay, so what days during the week are good for you? Mondays and Fridays, they like you load me up. Oh, so any other day than Monday and Friday? They barely did anything to the roads, stuck at home for a week. Wow, that's crazy, man. Yeah, because I think you guys are not used to like, I mean, not that we are either, but um, I mean, I saw literally like the date 2 days before we were getting the snow. I saw like plows out coming in. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, well let me find out from Truth Wave what is good for him. And if I hear from Jack or anybody else, we'll figure it out. We'll jump on Zoom, we'll get to know each other, and then we'll arrange like a time that's good for everybody. Um I think you're East Coast, I think, as well, like I am, which is good because I don't want to be I don't like doing shit like late at night, you know. I'm not down with that. I don't want to be on the computer at night. um More for me, like it's the mornings or the midday, you know. um it's a Honda CRV, Honda CRV hybrid. Oh yeah, Connecticut. Okay. You wake up 5 a.m. every day. Yeah, but I think Truth Waves on Pacific time, so he's like 3 hours earlier than us. So that's the only thing. Um, yeah, I'm in North Carolina, so we're East Coast, and I think Jack is East Coast as well. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So that's the only thing, you know. They need to like make like time don't even matter anyway. It doesn't even exist to begin with, but like for the sake that we in the third dimension that we have to like go by time, everybody should be on the same freaking time, you know. It's all an illusion anyway, man. It's like all this BS. Oh yeah, I'm an hour before you and 3 hours before you and 5 hours ahead and six. It's all just to confuse everybody, you know, even more. um oh, we got to have this East Coast time zone, and we got to have the West Coast time zone, and we got to have the, you know, eh, whatever. um I'm here to like break all these old ways of doing, man, and create new ways of doing and being, you know. It's like, what are we doing, man? Let's all come together and unify, man. Exactly, man. Daren, exactly my point. Yeah, but you know what? Trust me, the way that it's like we don't have to have this even okay, the sun changes, but I think it was all BS anyway because we all can go off of what like connect to nature. And I still believe it's most of it's an illusion. I don't even know if I even believe that it actually changes. You know, they've pretty much like programmed us to all these different ways of believing this and believing that, and a lot of it is just a smoke show, you know. Yet, oh yeah, we got scientific proof, but you know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, well, Brandon, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day, my friend. um oh, you get done by 5? Okay, at 5 as well. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, you know, look, at the end of the day, man, it's all an illusion. I mean, start going deep dive in some of these things, go down these rabbit holes, man. Everything is an illusion anyway. And time does not exist. Yeah, we've made it exist in the 3D in our daily life so that we can, you know, again, there's certain things I'm not going to say on here. So And I'm not going to get into certain things because you got to be careful as to what you say, as you guys know. But yeah, everything is, what we have made it to be, honestly. And just as we have, what is it, daylight savings time, we don't need that crap. It messes with our sleep. It messes with our rhythm. And hey, what's going on, Deji? What are your thoughts on immigrants in America? Well, you know what? I know I'm going to get like a lot of lashback from me saying something, and I'm going to say it anyway. But like, I believe we're all one and we're all connected, man. And I believe that there should be no separation and divide. The whole planet is all of ours. And I know there's a lot of people that don't think that way, but I think in the way that we're all connected and we're all one. And I really truly believe that separating, oh, this is America, this is like UK, this is, it's like the entire planet is all of ours. It's all of ours. And when people are like deeming it to be different colors, with politics and all these different things, it's just, you're in fear. You're in the lower vibrations, which are greed and manipulation and separation and divide. When you're at the vibration of love, everybody's one and connected and unified, and that's God. God is love. And there's no like, oh, this is America, these states. Oh, this is like, Colorado and Connecticut, and like, oh, you drive a Mercedes and you drive a Yugo. It's like, it's all for what? Because you know what? At the end of the day, I watched my dad pass away in 2022 and leave everything he had worked for behind. He doesn't own that stuff. We don't own anything. We all have the right to be anywhere we want on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And I really truly believe that the material aspect of things was just created to create commerce, which then creates separation and divide and arguing and fighting and I have this and you have that type things. And if we all came together, man, and came from a place of love, from being in our hearts, this entire planet would transform, because we have abundance available to all of us, to every single one of us, and not requiring us to have to do something for that abundance. Like, everything's supposed to be free and available. We have all the resources available to us all on this planet at all times, but it's been created in a way so that there's greed and manipulation and divide and separation and fighting and fear, because then you're easily controlled. If a quiz is called a quizzical, what is a test called? I don't even know, man. You got me there, Tyrone. I have no idea, to be honest. I'm gonna be the first one to say I don't know. Does anybody in the chat know? A test would be called what really is a test? Yeah, man. We all come from source. We all come from love, from God, and we'll all go back. So what does that make us? All love. It's just the conditioning and the brainwashing and the manipulation and all the stuff that we've been taught as little kids, and being programmed in a certain way to be a certain way, and that's just now now the universe is reprogramming us and reprogramming all of humanity to be connected, to be one. It's like, if you go back to the old different religious things, which I don't really follow religion, I'm more spiritual, and yet I still believe in and I'll take it to another level, but I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not going to be on for much longer. I don't want to get into that right now, but I've talked about it on other lives that you can go back and watch. The fact of the matter is now I lost my train of thought. We came from source, we'll go back to source. So what would that make us? If we came from source, if we came from God, and we'll go back to God, what does that make us? That makes us God. That makes us source. That makes us love. But again, we've been taught that our success is based off of what we have and how much we have and what we've accomplished. Mark David, what's going on, brother? Thank you from New Zealand, man. Tap that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Appreciate you, man. If you're vibing with the channel, of course. If you're not, don't subscribe. And don't tap the like button, only if you vibe with the channel. People and scientists say that the world could potentially hold 10 million people resources-wise. And we're a little over 8 million people now. What are your thoughts on that? Well, for one thing, man, we haven't even touched metal. What's going on, brother? Grand Rising. My thoughts on that are we haven't even scratched the surface as to how much land this planet has available. There's so much empty land that is untouched, that people don't even want to like go to because they're so used to commerce, and they're so used to they're so used to the stuff being easily available to them versus like growing off the land and stuff in that nature. I don't know if I really believe those numbers, and if I believe that there could be trillions of people here and still be enough resources, because the planet is constantly, like, it never ends. It's not the resources are always available, but they've made us think that they're not. What's going on, Presley? What's happening, brother? Well, yeah, but that's what you're told is happening. I mean, okay, maybe you're in California, I don't know, but like, are you like, see, this is what I tell people all the time, and they can tell you anything they want. Were you physically there to see that that's actually happening? You know what I'm saying? Or that they're not pretending it to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta wonder. You have to question. It's like, oh yeah, there's no rain. Like, and then like the news stations tell you, oh yeah, you better watch out, man. We're in a drought for so long, and blah blah blah. Okay, but like, you're there, but like, are you actually aligned with like the mayors and the government and all of that in that state, that, and like where the water comes from, to see that it's actually the case? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's agendas, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Just, think about it, man. Read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things for certain financial reasons or money or whatever, that people say certain things in certain positions. It totally is a stage, man. It's all a clown show. It's a clown show. And, we're just, at the end of the day, man, fear is king, because if you're in fear, you're easily controlled. Yeah, that's it. Exactly, Piper Kitty. Exactly. They try to scare people to buy more stuff. Seriously, all the time. Yeah. Listen, man, they did it to me in Florida. When I was in Florida, man, I lived in Florida for over 20 years, okay? And I cannot tell you how many times I was in South Florida near Miami. You know how many hurricanes I went through in Florida? And and quite literally every single time the lines were wrapped around the building days before, at the depot, at the home supply stores, you know, like selling out of generators and all this kind of shit, and people would buy all this stuff, buy plywood, you know, put it up on their board up their house, and then nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's commerce, man, and commerce keeps you enslaved, I feel like, honestly. The way that, and listen, at the end of the day, I mean, I do too. Like, I went through many hurricanes in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I went through Andrew in '94. I went through Wilma. I went through, I mean, I can't even remember all of them, all the names, you know? And when you listen to the weather channel and all these different things, man, it's all fear. It's all fear, so that you run and you consume, and you get into fear, and then it's control. There's control aspects to it, you know? It is a circus, Mark. I agree. No, I know tornadoes do. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that things don't happen. But there's also an aspect which I don't want to speak about on here, like manipulation of those things, if you know what I mean. Well, yeah, but that's the majority of the population, Joel. You know? That's majority. You know? But I mean, listen, at the end of the day, man, we're supposed to, there's supposed to be balance, man, and there's not balance. And you could tell a lot of these things are not natural, okay? That's the better word I'm going to use, not natural. There's things being done for financial gain, if you know what I mean. Again, there's certain things I'm not going to say until the censorship things lift, that Trump's talking about, that he's lifting from everything. You know, at this point, I don't know if you could still say certain things, and I'm going to be careful as to what I say, but you know what I'm talking about. And if you're like on this channel, and if you're like, you've listened to my lives before, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't, you know, saying like, there's things for financial gain. Okay. And, I'll leave it there for that. But things are changing, my friends. Consumption, yeah. 1,000%, David. 1,000%. And you know what? It's changing because so many people are starting to come back to who they truly are. Because here's the thing, man. The year of 2025 is about vulnerability, remembering who you are, being real and authentic. And having a bunch of shit and stuff is not real and authentic. Most of this stuff that most of us have is not serving our highest good. And we're feeling like we need to get rid of it. Give it away, sell it, whatever you have to do. And this is happening on a large scale. We're getting to the point where we don't buy things just to buy them like we used to. Humanity is changing and shifting, whether we like it or not. The energies are amplifying, accelerating. Like, we're starting to realize we don't need all this crap, you know? Like, it doesn't actually truly make you happy. Maybe it does some people, but most are starting to realize it doesn't. And I know from my own standpoint that I used to think that stuff made me happy because it gave me this feeling, like dopamine hits, when I would get that new pair of shoes, and I'd have this massive dopamine dump. And now I buy something and it doesn't, I don't feel that way anymore. Like, it doesn't do that for me anymore, you know? I'm not like, oh my God, like, and then all of a sudden, like a couple days later, you're just like, okay, when are they coming out with the new pair of Nikes? You know, like, let me get the next pair. You know, you're just waiting for that next massive dopamine dump. Yeah, I mean, again, it's all programming, Um, it's all like, oh, I gotta have the name brand stuff, and we're starting to realize we don't need it as adults, and I think kids are as well. But there's still a large majority that are different, in that way, Um, but that's how I used to be, and I know a lot of us have. Um, I'd get that new phone, and and then I'd be like, they'd be showing you the next phone, like, oh, it's got all these bells and whistles, and half the stuff you don't even use. Like, I'm telling you right now, like half the things on this phone I have here, I don't use, and I'm guaranteed most people don't. You know what I'm saying? But like, we want the best new thing, thinking that it's like gonna change or solve something, and that's all the dopamine releases that we got to get to higher levels of dopamine. Yeah, you're 50, I'm 46, so we're very close in age, Mark. And it's changing. We're realizing we don't need all of it. We're realizing that this is what's important, right? Like this right here is what brings us peace and dopamine hit. And like, I come to the park and I'm like, man, when I was younger, I lived in Florida 5 minutes from the beach, and I never went. And now I wish I did go all the time. But like, I come into this park and many parks and the water and nature, and like, I love it. It's like, I'll take this any day over like a new phone, or or like the new latest pair of shoes or whatever. Just sitting here at the park brings me such peace and drops me into my heart, and I feel centered and grounded, and it's just breathtaking. I mean, look at all the birds. I don't know if you guys can see the birds like flying around, and just look at this. Let me see if I zoom in. I don't know if you guys can see all the birds like dancing around, and I think the part of the water is like frozen a bit, like some of it, not all of it. It kind of looks that way, but they're just dancing around, man, having a good old time. And yeah, exactly, David. Feeling empty inside with all your things. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. I'm like, I'm, I, I've been going through my stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I gave so much shit away, like literally to Goodwill. I had 20 of those black and yellow containers that you would get from like a home improvement store, stacked to the ceiling in the garage for like 10 years. I moved it from Florida to North Carolina. Yeah, I love the birds too. Thanks for your encouragement yesterday. I'm feeling more peace and love today. I'm so happy to hear that, Katie. I'm so happy to hear that. I had these stacks of containers up to the ceiling. About maybe like 20 of them. They were starting to like tip over, and my dad was like, when are you getting rid of that stuff? This was before he died. And literally from like 2011, I think, I moved them from Florida to North Carolina. Never went through them. They were stacked in my room in Florida. And I literally was dreading going through them. I felt so overwhelmed. Like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? And a lot of the shit was like brand new, never even used. And I just literally got into this mode where I just literally was packing my car up and taking it to Goodwill, because they pretty much took everything. And I'd be going through the containers, and little by little, my friend told me, why don't you just go through it little by little, man? And I did, and literally have no more containers. Yes, I still have stuff, but there's like a pile of stuff in the garage that I'm just so ready to, and I don't even know what to do with it. It's like action figures, and because I used to be into like comics and Marvel and all this different stuff, and I got like I found this company that I was able to send it to, and they paid me some money for some of the stuff. My sister took some of it to a local comic book store, which took advantage. And you try, man, but like people just want to give you nothing for it. It's like you end up spending more time selling it and trying to sell it and do something with it than it's worth. Yeah, still, man, I'm telling you, man, trust and believe. I have a brand new mountain bike that I even put up for like $50. I never even rode the thing, and nobody on Facebook like has even responded to it. I put a brand new fireplace, one of those electric fireplaces that go into the wall, big too, like that mount in the wall. No, like people try to offer you like $50 for it. I paid over $300. It never even was used. And they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you $50 for it. You know, it's just like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like the energy, like to sit here and post everything on eBay and then having to ship it and everything, and like they lowball you to the point where it's not even worth your time and energy. So the stuff is just like sitting like in the garage, like a huge area of stuff that I don't know what to do with. You know, I don't even know where to begin, because I've even offered the bike to a friend of mine and she never even came down to pick it up for free at that. And it was a mountain bike. So my point is, yeah, I agree. It's like, that's why literally I just gave away all the stuff in the containers to Goodwill, hoping that, you know what, we're abundant. The universe is going to serve me in some other way. I'm helping others and the universe will help me, and then other people will give back to me. And that's the way I look at it. I look at it as I'm lightening up my energy and freeing up energetic space. That's what I'm saying. That's how it works. Because you know what? It's like one door closes, another one opens. So it's like when you free up, because understand this, everything is energy. Okay? Everything is energy. So when you have all this stuff, you're taking up energetic space. You're not allowing for new to come in. So the more you let go, you're going to be granted more that comes your way, with stuff that you actually need and want and serves your highest good, versus like the stuff that's no longer serving your highest good. Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, you know, I've gotten to the point, you know, yeah, that's 100% truth. You know, I've gotten to a point where I would rather give it away and help someone. Like, okay, I get a new jacket, right? And then I have this jacket in my trunk, my back seat, that I don't need anymore. I don't really wear it. I'll wear this jacket right here. It's been serving me really well. And I got one in the back seat, and I'm gonna give it away to like someone. Like my sister knows of this homeless, like where a lot of people don't have a home and they're in the cold, and you know, they are always looking for like jackets and things like that and things to keep them warm, you know. And so it's like, okay, I was fortunate enough to buy this jacket. So now I got this jacket that I haven't worn in like a few years. I give it to someone that's going to serve them, you know? And it's like, but see, everybody gets so caught up in like, I bought this item, and doesn't see the possibility of things coming in other ways to you. Because somebody could just be like, hey, do you want this jacket? I don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, this is how the universe works when you open up to other opportunities. When you open up to many things available. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Daren. That's what's happening to humanity right now. We're all starting to come back to our roots, which is nature, and living simple and not needing all this stuff. And 2025 is going to be a big catalyst for that, for all of us. So mark my words, come back and watch this video at the end of the year, man. You'll probably look at your own life, and you're going to want to go back to being simple and minimal. Because what do you need it for? Does it really make you happy? That's what you have to ask yourself. I asked my dad before he passed. I said to him, hey dad, he was laying on the bed and he literally had his eye was bulging out, and he had cancer at that point. That was like his third round of cancer. And the first round he healed in 1997 from 4-stage Hodgkin's lymphoma in his entire body. They gave him a week. They told him he had a week to live. In 6 weeks, he was back on his feet, all alternatively healed, completely healed. Did not show up anywhere in his body. He went on to help so many people, thousands of people. And let me just say this, that I asked him when he was laying in that bed, when I was doing a QHHT session on him and Reiki and stuff like that. And I said, Dad, does this furniture really make you happy? And he told me yes. And I said, are you effing kidding me? Like, really? Like, you've been told, like, your eye is like bulging out. Like a tumor is behind your eye, and you're going to tell me this dresser sitting next to your bed actually makes you happy? He said yes. And I was like, I got loud, man. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Like, what? And literally, it was all left behind. He fell that week. The ambulance came. They told him they were not leaving without him. He went into the ICU or emergency. They were giving him fentanyl and all kinds of stuff, and literally he stopped breathing. And the day before, he was like, because that weekend we went to Virginia Beach. He wanted to do a QHHT session with like somebody that's been doing it for like many years. And he literally passed away like 2 days later. When we got back home, he walked around upstairs and everything. He was talking about that Sunday before he passed. He was talking about doing his taxes and all that. And he was so hell-bent on the fact that when he got home, he was going to start his taxes and all this. And he died like 2 days later. So it's like, at the end of the day, does all this shit happen? What, like, we never know from day to day, like, if you're going to be here tomorrow or an hour from now. And it's like, that's why I keep getting these channel messages. It's all about, like, finding what lights you up, finding what brings you joy, finding what excites you. You came here to, like, experience all of it, to live fully, in full expression, authentically you, and happy, and it all starts with us. Because as much as we could say that, oh, it's the GOV, or it's this system or that system or whatever, you can find happiness regardless, man. You can change your life and make it however you want it to be. If you don't like the job you're going to, you can change that. And people will say they can't do that, or they're stuck or whatever. And I just don't. From my own experiences, man, I molded this life that I do not want to be going to a 9-to-5, punching in at a 9-to-5. And I realized that, like, back in 2001. It's like everybody tries to play this victim mentality, saying like, oh, like, I can't do this because of this. And like, let me tell you something, man. I've been through a lot of adversity in my life, man. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, a lot. And I've hit rock bottom time after time after time, to the point where I didn't want to be here no more. Many times, just as I can believe all of you have. And I can tell you right now, man, you are the creator, and you have the opportunity to make your life however you want to make it. If you don't like where you're living, if you don't like the relationship you're in, if you don't like whatever you don't like, you can change it. Like, why are you at the job if you don't like it? There's millions of other jobs you could find. You could start your own business. You could, be an entrepreneur. You could, get creative and it's like, stop doom scrolling on TikTok, or Instagram, and like use those platforms for you, like to serve you, instead of like them controlling you through addictive patterns like dopamine hits and all of that. Like, use the platforms like to benefit you. Like, a lot of people, they just sit there and they they doom scroll, you know, and they don't take the opportunity, like, oh wow, if I flip this around, I can actually make this work for me, like YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Instead of complaining, like Presley just said, people playing the victim and saying, well, I'm stuck at this job and I can't do nothing about it and blah blah blah. Well, there's like millions of jobs you can like apply for. You can move to another country, you could but again, it all plays out, it all points back to fear, you know. Is Domino delivery driver simple, easy, and I like it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, so does it have to be this extravagant thing like, oh, I'm a CEO of like Starbucks? You know what I mean? Like I mean, hell, most of those people that are in those top positions aren't even happy with themselves. Most of those people that have all that stuff, they're not actually truly happy with themselves. They cannot honestly say they're happy within, you know? And I guarantee most of them that you speak to aren't and don't know why. But when you have this, when you create this simple life, like I'm here at this park with you guys, man, you know? And I created this life that I want, that I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, right? And everyone can do the same thing. It's just like, are you actually sitting down and evaluating your life and saying, what do I want? And trialing out different things, man. You know, like, oh, maybe I'll try like being a ski resort instructor, or maybe I'll, you know, like maybe I'll go down to like the Caribbean and, you know, teach like surfing, you know, lessons. You know what I mean? Like, there's infinite freaking possibilities, man. You know, it's the moment that you put limits on yourself. It's the moment that you create the blocks for yourself. Is to when you believe that there's nothing else available to you, and and you begin to blame everybody instead of taking responsibility for your life and taking your life in your own hands. Katie said, I took the summer off and did a ton of healing. Now I do have to take a job temporarily because I would rather stay at house. I decided to pick the job that was less logical because I can be me. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. See? There you go. And you know what? It's only temporary. And that's okay. And, you know, and then if you don't like it, you'll go somewhere else. Or maybe you'll create something for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's, let me tell you something, man. This is what I've been trying to preach and assist humanity in remembering who they are, man. And that you can create your reality. And enough, like, blaming all the systems as to why you're where you are. And taking, like, oh, okay, like, okay, maybe these actions I was doing got me to where I am. And maybe I wasn't living in my truth. Maybe I wasn't being my authentic self. Maybe I wasn't being me. Maybe I was just doing it to fit in. And now I'm ready to really, because at the end of the day, man, everything is showing us a reflection so that we can see where areas in our life we need to change. Exactly. It's only temporary until the next thing. Exactly. And that's the way you have to look at it. It's only temporary. Everything is temporary. This whole experience is temporary. You know what I mean? Like, so I encourage everyone, it's like still January, man, to like evaluate your life and what you're doing and who you're with and why you're doing it. And say, you know what? I'm going to, I don't like being in the winter. I want to be in a tropical place and making the like start envisioning like, oh, I want to be in the Caribbean or like Costa Rica or somewhere tropical, you know, and start imagining it and envisioning it and feeling it in your body and bringing it to fruition, because that's how powerful you are. That life is temporary, just as you were saying. Just enjoy it and surround yourself with people and pups that make you happy. Exactly, Daren, exactly. Jason, Wisconsin. Hello, my favorite job was to help as a assistant coach for a varsity #1 school in a dispatcher for a landscaping company using ham radios. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So, and you could still go back and do that. You know what I mean? Like, we create these limitations and put these limitations on ourselves due to like consumerism. Oh, I need to like, I can't do that because like I'm going to show people that I'm not at a certain status, or, you know, I'm not really that successful, or, you know, worrying about what people are going to judge you as to how you're being and doing, you know. And Wisconsin, one more thing. Yes, you're right. Life is temporary. Take it one day at a time. Meditate daily and think it through before you go out in the public. The demons are attacking more viciously. Mark, don't take life so seriously. It's only a temporary solution. Yes. Yeah, Mark, you know, that's one thing that when I've been channeling and, you know, just bringing through wisdom, it's like spirit keeps saying, why so serious? Like, I keep hearing that phrase all the time. Why so serious? You know, and I always wondered why people take everything so serious. Like, they take their job serious. They take just everything, man. Oh, you got to sign these mortgage papers, and like, it's like so serious. And I always was like seeing through that. It never made sense to me, man. It never made sense to me. I always questioned it. You know, like, why so serious? You know? It's like spirit keeps repeating those words, you know, like my dad would say the same thing, you know, oh, it's just an effing house, you know, or, you know, he's passed on, but I communicate with him in the spiritual realm, you know, and he even says it like, it's just the effing house, you know what I mean? Like, and people get so like, oh, the minute somebody transitions, they're like over there and their parent or something like that, and going through all the stuff, and, you know, and just like taking everything so serious, man. You go to a dealership and you buy a car, and like the salesman is like so serious about it. Like, it's the end of the world. Like, you got to sign here and you got to read this documents, and like you're there for hours, and it's like such a serious process, you know? And I just like, I'd be, because, you know, listen, at the end of the day, man, I woke up at like 7 years old, or I mean, that's the number I keep getting. I was very young, and I questioned every damn thing. Like, I questioned everything, man. And people would just tell me all the time, oh yeah, stop questioning everything, blah, blah, blah. And I questioned how the clouds stay up in the sky and the sun and just every single thing, man, you know? And I never really took things serious. Never. You know, there's moments where I was just talking to my sister and friend yesterday about bringing more fun into 2025. Being that serious just makes you miserable. Yeah, exactly. And then you got dis-ease in the body, man, because it's like probably not even something that you even want to be doing, you know? Yeah. I mean, listen, that's what spirit is wanting us to do more and more, is like finding what lights us up, finding what excites us, finding what brings us joy. Like, I love coming on live and interacting with you guys, building this beautiful soul tribe, connecting. I love it. It lights me up. I don't know if you could see it in my energy, or like when you come on, and like, I freaking love going live and interacting and answering your guys' questions and bringing forward this wisdom and having breakfast on here and just like being silly, and who gives a shit, you know? It's like I just have fun connecting with all of you. And listen, if I say something that actually could help you and assist you in your own life, man, it warms my heart. Man, it fills me up with love, you know? And I just, you know, it's like yesterday, Katie hugged new trees. One gave her a name to call her Amelia. It's so fun. Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, like last year, I remember walking in my neighborhood, and there was trees that asked me to actually put my hand on the tree to assist the tree in letting go of the leaves, because the tree was actually having a difficult time letting go. And we forget, man, that every single thing here is conscious. Yeah, I get to chat with Presley, man. Of course, man. Presley is a brother from another mother, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, hell yeah, of course, you know. That's cool, man. I'm glad that you are vibing here, man, and you're vibing with us, because you know we're just one big family. We're one big family, you know, and we're building this beautiful family, you know. And of course, man, Presley is a part of the family, you know, and all of you are, every single one of you, man. And I don't take it lightly, you know, and I don't take it serious either. As you can see, man, I come on here and there's very few times that I react, because I just have fun with it, man. Like when I used to be on Periscope, like, I don't know, it had to be like 10 years ago, man. I took that shit so serious. And like you know, had to make sure I looked right on camera, my shirt was right, my clothing was right. And then the moment somebody gaslighted me, I just left the live. I turned it off. And it was like, now I'm like, whatever, like, it don't faze me. It's very rare, very rare. I mean, if any of you have been on the lives, it's very, very rare that I react, you know. What's going on? What's going on? Mixed vlog. I don't know how to say the first part, but mixed vlog. What's happening, man? How you doing? So, yeah, I gotta say that, you know, yeah, hello back to you. Welcome to the live, man. Tap that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, man. We're so close to reaching the watch hours, like so freaking close, guys. So if you feel called, man, get on these lives, watch the content, man. We are so close. I know I've said this a while, but like, I think we're at like over 2,300 watch hours, and we got to get to 3,000 and then 4,000. So we're getting there. We're creeping up. I just haven't been going consistently live every day, which I will, because I love doing it. It's just like, I was supposed to meet up with Luna this morning, and we haven't. I think she's overslept, which is fine. But I understand, because I'll tell you what, man, I've been having a much harder time sleeping. Like, it's 19 degrees right now, and you could see the lake right here. This part of the lake, I don't know if you could see right there, but it's like frozen, because you could see the birds like standing on top of it. It's pretty interesting how just that patch froze and everything else is like not frozen. Really interesting. But you could see like there's a bunch of birds just like standing on the ice. I don't know if you could see it, or where I'm pointing my finger right there. It was like, you could see kind of like it outlined. And then everything all up here is like not frozen, it's moving. So like my feet are like numb right now. Yeah, man. We're all about interesting at this channel, man. And I'm right now I'm orchestrating a panel. Okay, we're gonna do a panel, and Presley, my brother, is going to do the moderation, and we're gonna do a panel. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot, man. It means a lot, you know. I'm just here to serve humanity, you know, and have fun and show humanity that there's other ways, man. Like me and Luna are creating new ways of being, new pathways. Like, you don't have to do what you thought you had to do any longer. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mixlog. Subscribe to the channel, my brother, and tap that like button, man. I'd love to see you on another live. Oh yeah, I never tried that, Katie. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, there's birds on there. I don't want to like shock the birds. There's a bunch of them standing on there, but I've never done that before. That'd be probably pretty cool. My feet are kind of numb right now. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, we're creating a panel, and there's going to be. Yeah, I am switched on, man. I am. I get on here, man. I get so lit up. Thank you for subbing, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, thank you, everybody. Thank you, all of you, man. You all rock. And no, not when there are birds, and it's best when it's completely frozen over. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not completely frozen over. There's just like a small area, but there's a lot. Holy I just now see, look at this. Look at all the birds right there. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, you may not be able to see with the, let me see if I can, here. Let me zoom in down there. Look at all these birds, like, in one area. Look at this. Can you see that? Wow. There's like thousands of them. And I've been here a lot and never seen it like that. But there's like thousands of them. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. It's like a sea of birds. Yeah. So, I don't know. They're just chilling. They're just chilling, like sitting in the water. I mean, they're all sitting next to each other. Yeah, they could be picking fish. You're probably right, but I don't really see them doing that. A lot of them are just chilling. And they're just like kind of like floating around, you know? Yeah, so we're creating a panel. And I don't know how many times a month we're going to do it. We have to, I guess we're going to see how it goes, but like Truth Wave is going to be one of them. And then I forgot her name now. Dang it. She was on here earlier. I forgot her name. See if I can find it. Yeah, I can't seem to find her. Oh, Piper's Kitty Jams. So, yeah, Miss Kitty, exactly. You got it, Presley. Yeah, her and Truth Wave so far, and Jack. I'd really like to see Jack on one of these lives, man, because I haven't seen him go live, and I emailed him, and I haven't heard back from him. And I know he wanted to do a panel, and I know he does panels on his channel. But it was going to be Jack, Miss Kitty, me, and Truth Wave, and then, you know, whoever else. And Presley was going to moderate. And we're going to just get down to it, man. We're going to have some discussions. And probably deep dive a lot of things, man. And yeah. Yes. Truth is on board. I spoke to him yesterday on Instagram. So he's on board. He wants to meet on Zoom already. Like, He even said I could have met with him on Zoom yesterday, but I didn't really feel up to it. So I'm gonna like plan with him something next week, and Miss Kitty, and hopefully we can get a few more people on board. And yeah, it's gonna be rad, man. And then maybe Luna will join us. I don't know. She really didn't say anything yesterday, so I don't know. I think it's more my thing than it's hers. But I think this is going to be really unique and cool and rad, and just have a bunch of different perspectives, from like a female perspective and male perspectives. And, we're just going to have fun, man. It's going to be respectful, and we're going to have fun, and that's what it's all about. And I think it's going to be something new and innovative. And I mean, yeah, people do it on YouTube, but ours is going to be unique and different. And we all come from different walks of life, and we bring different stuff from our channels and different tribes and people. And we may just do it once a week. I think that would be sufficient. I think it would be cool if we could figure out once a week a good time that's good for all of us, like you, Presley. I don't know. Not probably early in the morning, because Truth Wave, he's 3 hours ahead. He's in Pacific time, and then Miss Kitty's in Eastern time. So yeah, there's no way that, I mean, if we did it like in the morning, it would be like 2 in the morning for him. No, it's probably not going to be. It could be like maybe 10 or 11 o'clock Eastern time or something like that. I don't know. That would be more later for him. But I do know he goes live on his channel at 10 o'clock Eastern, which would be 7 to 8, 9, 7 o'clock. Yeah, 3 hours behind. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we have to kind of figure out, maybe it'll be the afternoon, early afternoon, maybe. I don't know. But I want to make sure it's good for you, Presley. It's good for me. It's good for Kitty. It's good for Truth Wave and Jack. Jack's on Eastern time too, so he's fine. So, and I think he's very, like, his schedules can be, I think he does stuff from his house, So I think and I see him going live for hours. So I think he'll be fine too. I think it's more going to be like Truth Wave, and I know you like later. I know that, Presley, so I'm going to take that into consideration, I just don't want it to be like the evening time for me, because, I get extremely tired, and I haven't been really sleeping at all that much. I think the cold is definitely impacting my sleep, because it's like 19 degrees, and then 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun's out, and it's like I could feel the heat of the sun, and it's just like so erratic that it's throwing off my sleep, and I'm not really sleeping. And then I got a headache, and yeah. No, not 3 p.m., but probably like 7:30. I'm already like falling asleep at like 7:30. And I'm not even really like last night, I don't even think I even fell asleep. Yeah, it's been really tough, man. It's been rough the last week. Yeah. So I'm up at like 3, 4. I'm more like I'm up at like 3, 4 in the morning. And then how can you not be falling asleep at like 7 o'clock at night, when you're up at like 3, 4 in the morning? Or I'll fall asleep at like 7, and then I'll wake up at like midnight or 11 o'clock p.m. And then I have a hard time falling back asleep. And it's so like multiple times waking up that I'm not getting like a deep 8 hours of sleep, or 10 hours. Like Luna, man, she's sleeping for like 10 hours. She's like, my body needs like 10 hours of sleep. I'm like, damn, I wish I could get like 5, and you're getting like 10? Like, what? The Schumann resonance was really high. I was awake since midnight. Finally slept better last night after intending and asking my guide to help. That's a good idea, Katie. I'm going to do that too. That's what was happening to me, falling asleep at 7 or 8 p.m. and waking up at 2. Yeah, that's what's been happening for a while now. And then I go outside at like 4 or 5 in the morning to be with the spaceships, because there's a bunch of spaceships above my house and they want me to come outside and they want Luna to come outside, and she hasn't been. Thank you, Daren, and thank you for subscribing, brother. Appreciate you. Welcome to the family, man. Welcome to this growing family, my friend. Thank you for interacting and, you know, sharing your experiences and everything else, man. I love it. I love when people do that, and I appreciate you, man. And I send you a lot of love, man, and thank you and welcome. And I hope to see you on many more lives, my brother. Yeah, it could be the Schumann resonance too. It's like the energies are accelerating and amplifying, and so yeah, it's no joke. I can honestly say that it's definitely affecting my sleep. What's interesting is I'm sleeping less and Luna's sleeping more. Like she's like telling me she needs like 10 hours of sleep, you know, for body. So I don't know if any of you guys are getting like 10 hours, but I would love like just like a good deep 6, 7 hours, 8. Like give me like 5 even. That I'm like in deep sleep for like 5 hours, you know, straight. I'll take it, you know. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm sure. I do too, man. Believe me. I think we all do, but like some of us are just on overtime working like in the spiritual realm and working, doing stuff while we're sleeping, and then we wake up tired because we're leaving our bodies and doing work when we're sleeping too, you know? So yeah, I love it too, man. I want to get back to getting more, you know, when it was warmer, I think I was sleeping more. Since it being like 19 degrees, I haven't been sleeping as much, and it's been like weird. Like it feels like I'm not going deep. So even though it's warm in the house, it doesn't matter. Like my body knows, you know. Up on a ship to do so, but I need more sleep. Yeah. Yeah, if you got to take me up on a ship, man, I need more sleep first, you know? I still felt like I was dreaming a ton. I dreamt a few wild dreams last night, but it was like, again, I didn't feel like I went so deep, you know, and I feel it today. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I know I seem like the Energizer Bunny, but you know, but like yesterday, I know Presley wasn't around. I went live in the afternoon, I think it was yesterday, and I just was in the house doing some work, which I'm potentially going to do again today, later on today. I'll go live in my house while I'm doing some work, and we could just chat. You know, I wish you better sleep tonight because it really helps. It does. Thank you, and I wish you the same. And thank you, everybody. I gotta get going because I'm gonna actually send Luna a message, find out what's going on, because I haven't heard from her. And yeah, maybe I'll come back on live later. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Katie. I'm gonna keep you in the loop, Presley. I don't know, like, how do you feel, Presley, about, would you want to, I think it would be a good idea if you did, but that's up to you. If you want to come on Zoom with me, Truth Wave, Kitty, and if Jack comes, you know, and we could all chat and get to know each other, and then on Zoom before we set up a time that we're gonna regularly go live and do this panel. I don't know, how do you feel about that? Obviously, if it's not early in the morning, I know that. Yeah, take care, Katie. Take care. Good seeing you, as always. Is that something you would vibe with? At least then you can meet. I mean, you have met everybody through here, but you haven't met them like on screen. Maybe eventually. Eventually. Well, I'll let you know when it is, and if you want to pull up, then you can pull up. And we can kind of orchestrate everything, and everybody talks and chats and gets to know each other a little bit, and it'll be for like an hour or something, you know. It's not going to be longer than that. Maybe sometime next week, but I'll email you or let you know, and eventually. Okay. Yeah, but I'll keep you in the loop and let you know. I'm gonna probably arrange something with Truth Wave and maybe Miss Kitty, because I have both of their Instagrams, and we'll arrange something for Zoom next week, and then we'll plan a date, and we'll start like scheduling dates, and maybe do it once a week, and we'll maybe maneuver the time, you know, so that it works for everybody, you know. Hey Henry, what's going on? Hey Jai Beasley, what's going on? Yo. Yeah, but we're gonna get it going for sure. But thank you, everybody. I gotta get going here. Please tap that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. I love you all. Thank you again for your support. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing. You know it all. I'll see you on the next live or video or something, somewhere around the world, you know. Take care, everyone. Take care, Presley. Take care, Jai, Beasley, Henry, Katie, Mark. I think I got everybody. That's Daren. I'll see you guys soon, man. I'm more of the director. You guys are the actors. I got you. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you are the director. Yes, you are, my brother. Yes, you are, man. I'm always so grateful that we connected, man, when we did. And I'm truly blessed and grateful, man, for you being in our lives, you know, and you rock, and you're awesome. And I have nothing but love for you, brother. And thank you, as always, man. Yeah, we have a lot in common. We're around the same age, so, you know, from the same era, so to speak. Take care, man. I'll talk to you soon, Presley, and everybody else. I'll see you maybe later today. Take care, guys. Love you all. See you soon.